and we are back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be bringing you 3 different Town Hall 13 attacks. We're going to be bringing you a hybrid attack, we're going to be bringing you a Zap Witch attack, and we're also going to be bringing you a Sui Zap Lalo attack. So sit tight, buckle up, stay tuned, and enjoy the show. Okay, so here we are on the first base. Let me tell you what the plan is over here. I want to get my queen to walk down no matter what, no matter how I get about it. The idea is to get my queen to walk down this corridor like this. The reason why I want my queen to walk down that corridor, the reason why I chose to enter over there is because we've said before is that you do not want to put your queen in a situation where she cannot handle everything all at once. If I would want my queen to come in, if I would bring my queen in this way, that would be way too much. Expo, 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 Warden, CC. I mean, there's so much stuff. But that's a lot of stuff there. There's very important things there and stuff that may be a little too difficult for the miners to handle. Especially the miners can't handle that. The hybrid can't handle the CC. So what I do is I want my queen to come down and go down this way. Because this way, if my queen is going down that path, then she's not taking all that stuff on all at once. She's taking them on one at a time or 2 at a time. And by the time she gets up to the 3rd expo, the first one will be down. So she's never really being attacked by more than 2 expos at a time. So that's what I wanted my queen to do. So obviously, if the queen is coming down this way, that means that the siege machine, that the siege barracks, the king is supposed to be on this side of the base, because I want to go through like this. But this base is not. This base is like just a little donut base. All you have in the center is that town hall. So what I want to do is my pathing for my miners. I want my pathing to be just like this. This is my pathing. So I want my queen to come in to deal with this and to deal with this and then to go down. I want the king to, well, it doesn't matter what the king does. The king is just there for funneling. And I put my siege barracks down over here. The siege barracks is going to clear out most of this stuff. The king is going to clear out, spoiler alert, the king is going to clear out this stuff. The queen is going to clear out this stuff before she heads that way. And that's it. Then the hybrid is coming straight down that one path. Let's play it up and see it in action. If there's something to talk about while it's going on, I will definitely pause it or just talk over the recording. So I used a Baby D up top. Maybe Baby D wasn't that great. I mean, the Baby D took out, what, 2 structures over there? But I did get the wall break in. Little baby walls, a little bit easier walls. The king comes around, which was really great because the king comes around and then I shoot him forward. He tanked the scatter shot also. King goes through. He takes out the opposing king before he starts moving on. And after the queen takes out that eagle, there is nowhere for her to go except for down that corridor. Now, I saw that there was a lot of trash on the outside, and I wanted my queen to be focused on the important things. So I dropped my Yeti in up top to try and clear some of those structures as my queen is coming down. On this side over here, you could see I got the siege barracks down by around 8:30, 8:45, and now watch this pathing that this hybrid's going to take. It's such a thin path. That's what you want to do. And as far as my queen is just moving along very nice and easily. A rage here and there, poison spell down for the CC that's coming in. And she's fine. She's okay because she's only taking on those defenses one at a time. In come those siege barracks piggies, those max piggies out of the siege barracks. I'm going to use my ward ability over here. There's the ward ability because I want to make sure that Royal Champ stays alive, because from there the Royal Champ's going to have nowhere to go except up to the town hall. But as you can see over here, my Royal Champ got sidetracked by a bunch of skellies, walked away from the town hall, started messing around with a whole bunch of things over there, and then finally she decides to go back. So the Royal Champ almost killed me on this attack, but we got it all done. Piggy's still moving around, taking care of those last defenses. Miner's down with the P.E.K.K.A, doing what it's got to do and taking care of those defenses. Let's quadruple speed this, see the army comp, and let's move on to another one. Okay, for the next one, we got Zarlo coming in. Zarlo's coming in with some witches. Some witch zap. Let's take a look at this one. What is Zarlo going to do? Well, if you notice, Zarlo has 10 zaps and 2 quakes. So for those of you who are familiar with zapping, you can see already that those are broken down to 5 and 1 and 5 and 1. So what is Zarlo going to be doing with those 5 and 1s? Well, Zarlo is going to be zapping out these and these. And dude, it doesn't get much better than that. Taking out a couple of Infernos, couple of scatter shots at Town Hall 13. That's like, I don't care what troops you use. You can do Queen Walk Barch, you could probably get a triple. But very nice base identification from Zarlo. If it was me, I would just use the same troops that I carry all the time. But let's see what he's going to do. Zarlo's going to start off after he takes care of, well, let's play it out as it's going. And we'll talk about this because the zaps do take a little bit. Zarlo is going to zap out the Infernos and the scatters like we already talked about. After that, he's going to use basically a Sui Royal Champ. The Royal Champ in conjunction with a Ice Golem, he wants to make pathing for his witches. I'm sorry. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's got an Ice Golem, he's got a Yeti, and he's got a Sui Royal Champ. He's using some wizards to try and thin out the funnel for his witches. He's going to use a Wrecker to try and get all the way up like this. He's going to use his King down at 6 o'clock to create that initial funnel. And then he's going to do his witches and Queen going right up this core. Beautiful, beautiful attack. Golems are with those witches. There comes another golem. First golem is down, and he's cleared basically everything that he wanted to clear down. Now he brings in the king because he actually did not take care of everything. The rest is now the king comes around, and the king's going to start just thinning this funnel out. The Wrecker is making its way through. He's freezing the Expo and the Multi, just trying to get that Wrecker to make it all the way through. Uses his Warden ability to get that Wrecker through that last wall. He's got one more wall he's got to get through. He wants to make sure it goes through. Oh, can he do it? Can he do it? Can he do it? Witches on the right flank are shooting at a hound. But they'll be there when they're needed. Out of the Wrecker came a couple of Yetis. He had Yetis and Valks in there, and uses his Queen ability. And now the troops are just moving through. He's got a super wall breaker that's opened up the last compartment for the Queen. The Hound does in fact pop, but the witches and the Queen is there to all deal with that. The king is still alive down over there, tanking for that single witch downtown, and that's pretty much it. This base is tripled. So let's quadruple speed it and see that army comp, see that triple, and move on to our last one from Will, a Sui Zap Lalo. Okay, so here we have our last base being taken out by Chopperino, a.k.a. William. William's going to be using a Sui Zap Lalo. Now, I hope that everybody saw my video from yesterday and saw my Sui Zap Lalo that I'm doing in Legends. So I try and take some of the things that all the experts out there have told me during stream. And if you haven't been to the stream yet, then make sure you're coming over to twitch.tv/Playhouse and hang out with a bunch of people. They can give you all types of advice. They can hang out, just have some fun, listen to music, just really meet some nice people. But we'll see if some of my rules that I've come up with, if Will does the same rules that I do. So let's play it out. This is a base, I like to call this the Will base as far as Sui Zap Lalo goes, because he is so proficient at not activating that town hall and making sure that he gets everything that he wants to get. You see, if this was me, I would have probably taken out the eagle. I'm not sure why Will chose not to take out the eagle as opposed to the scatter and the expo along with the CC. But I'll have to ask him about that. But he's going in and he is going to Sui over here. So one rule that he is not following, if you notice, he did take out the Queen already, and he's going to be able to take out the King as well. So he did, but he did bring in his Royal Champ, and if you notice, the opposing Royal Champ is still over there. So I said in yesterday's video that I don't like to bring in my royal champ unless I know that all of the opposing heroes will go down. King is not important, but it's important that you should get the opposing royal champ and the opposing queen. Now here, very, very nice job. The queen came in. Queen took out that AD before that hound came over to the AD. So he had one hound that went through like this. Another hound, that's the backup hound off the first one, comes in like that, meets up with that pack of loons out in front. Down over here, he's sprinkling in some loons. There's just some point defenses over here. He's got the opposing royal champ firing away at the slammer. When that royal champ's going to be in for a big surprise, because out of that slammer is going to come a big old dragon that's going to roast that royal champ. But the royal champ is being targeted. Actually, Will does not take. Oh no, there it is. There's the dragon. But the pups took care of everything. The pups took care of that royal champ. So that's pretty much it. Will basically destroyed this base. Ton of loons left over. Kids, always end on the eagle. No, try not to end on the eagle. But here's a situation where Will did end on the eagle. So maybe Will's right, and better to take out the scatter shot in the expo, because as you can see, the eagle is up, and the eagle did not do any damage to his troops whatsoever. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like. If you haven't done so already, hit the sub button. And if you did sub already, thank you for being a loyal sub. And until the next video, have a great day.